Well, hello, my YouTube friends. How's everyone today? We finally made it to August, and it's very, very hot here. I'm in Central Florida. Our little town is called Windermere, and I'm in Zone B. And it's very hot. It's very sticky. The average temperature is in that 88 to 90. It'll probably get even hotter during the month of August. And our humidity stays in the mornings. It can be 97, 98%, and it isn't even raining. But boy, you feel really wet after walking for just a few minutes. But I just thought I'd show you what I have going in my little pots. I'm not a huge gardener, but I like to keep these little 12 packs going. And that way I always have something to look forward to that I can slip into the garden. So you guys saw me do the sweet potato slips, and they were really quite tiny whenever I started. And this has just been, I don't know, 3-4 days, something like that. And you can see that they've really put on size, and the leaves that were very, like little tiny, have really come out and started to look like a true leaf. And I have 6 slips that have started, and just a few days ago, this is about what the leaf looked like. Was really, really small. And so I'm going to give them a couple weeks before I even think about putting anybody in the garden. And but they seem to be doing really well. And then over on this side, I planted from seed some sweet basil. And what I like to do is I take a potting mix, and I usually use either Miracle Grow, or I might switch it over to an organic potting mix. But I like to add a few handfuls of perlite into it, and that way it keeps the soil really light, and it drains real quickly, and or I should say it drains well. The other soil itself kind of holds that moisture, but this perlite just kind of like allows it to not sit in its own moisture. So these are coming out nicely. These are, I don't have a tag here, but I'm trying to see where you can see where they're starting to get like a little second leaf. And for that to only be less than a week, it's really good. But the one that's really has been my test of patience, this was the Everglades tomatoes, which are native to Florida. If you ever are in Florida or you live here, everybody hears about the Everglades. That's down in South Florida, and that's kind of like going across the Everglades. They call it Alligator Alley, and for a good reason, because the alligators will sit out there, and it's pretty dense, tropical, foresty, swampy. Don't go wandering around. But anyway, Everglades tomatoes. It means that they are a native to Florida, and they will grow year-round, supposedly, here in Florida. So I bought some seeds. They're a tiny, tiny little tomato. It looks like the size of a really plump blueberry. And so I took the seeds that I bought from a place in Tampa, and I put them in wet paper towel and stuck the paper towel in a sandwich bag. And it took, I swear, it was like 10 days, and I only had a couple of them germinate. And I thought, oh, all right, well, maybe they aren't viable. But I stuck them in soil, and within a few days, and I had several coming up and really showing signs of a good germination. And I think I had 18 in this little tray, 2 in some of them and 1 in others. Well, I had the little strap here that is supposed to hang on, and I had taken them, and I have them here on the porch so that they would stay safe. And I was putting them out in the sun. I'll swing around and show you. I was putting them out in the sun for a couple hours, each day. Well, of course, the first day everything went well, and they looked great, and they were popping up out of the soil like mad. And the second day I put it out in the sun, and it was really looking great. And I picked up two of these at the same time, and guess what? The one slipped, and this flipped over and fell face forward on the driveway. And I thought, oh my goodness, I probably had 12 or 14 starts. What the heck? So I didn't cry. I felt like it, but I didn't cry. And I hated giving up all those days. And so I actually got just a dustpan, and I put it underneath, just edged it in there really well. It was on top, obviously, but I edged it underneath, and then I flipped the whole thing over. And I have to tell you, I mean, they looked really beaten. And I was just tempted to say the heck with it, and I'll start all over again. And that was not yesterday, but the day before that happened. And so, anyway, I mean, as you can see, seeds and seedlings are obviously more tenacious. They have more strength than we give them credit for, because as you can see, I have 5 there, and I don't see any there. That makes 6 and 7, 8 and 9, and I probably had 12, so I don't see any more. And I think what I'm probably going to do is take some and just direct seed them. You can see I took the little strap off because I don't trust myself anymore, and everything else gets picked up by like this. Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And I thought that was, if you guys get the chance to get a hold of these seeds, Everglades tomato seeds, they're a tiny seed, but if you grow them, you might be able to grow them a longer period of time. Especially if you're in the South, they are really good about, from what I understand, from withstanding our Florida or the southern heat. Tiny, but good poppers, and good to sprinkle on top of salad or something like that. So anyway, I will let you go. I just have those 3 I just wanted to show you, and soon I hope to be showing you how these get repotted into their own individual trays. So garden what you've got. If you've got seeds, it's still a great time to be putting them in pots and putting them in the ground. And I wish you all well. Garden what you've got, and I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll ring the bell, the notification bell, so I can come back and see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.